Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
I missed a couple, right, Kim? You and I?
Yes, we did. Yes, these holidays kind of did a little interruption, but that's always good.
It is good. So I haven't been on here for a couple of weeks, at least on the Mondays, I think. And I've skipped a couple of other videos. And why did I do that? Because I needed to get away from my desk, like some of you guys need to do. So I was just telling Kim how getting away from your desk is really important. And maybe we'll talk about that next week a little bit more. And I got my blue hair. Everyone can see my blue. It's just mixed in slightly, my branding color. It's fun.
That's a
It's
and what a subtle way, beautiful way to brand because it's your brand color. That's cool. I saw it and I was like, oh, that inspires me, but my brands are gold and silver and I don't want to wear hair, so
you could go gray.
Well, thanks.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah, you know what? It's just my little fun thing to do, call it a post-COVID trauma. I don't know. But I thought, you know what? A little blue. I don't want too much, but I like it. You know what? It's fun. So anyway, today we're talking about Instagram changes. And I want to tell all my CEOs out there that you guys are stressing so much about social media that these are some of our top watched videos with Kim and I, my marketing strategist, and could be yours too. And you, Kim, keep up on all the changes that are going on in the industry that people are going nuts over. What can you tell us?
Well, right now we can tell you, I'm sure a lot of people have heard the buzz because I have seen so much stuff that's online. It's just from panic to it's just crazy. So the Instagram came out a couple weeks ago and has shared 4 different areas that they're going to focus on. And for lack of time, for time-wise, for your audience, I believe the 2 that we should focus on the most is the changes in hashtags, and then what his comment was about using video on Instagram, because
so isn't the rumor that Instagram's not going to lean as much on pictures? They want you to do more video. They're going to be feeding more video, and everyone panicked, like the photographers and people who are visual businesses, like some of the people I coach, interior designers. What are we supposed to do then?
Right. I say sit back and take a chill pill and relax.
Yes.
And catch your breath. And like we've always promoted on our program here, is that having a goal and consistency is going to be key. And so Instagram is based on a feed of images. That's not going to change. What's going to change is that they want to continue to make that platform entertaining for our guests that are visiting Instagram. And so if your audience, your CEOs that follow you now, and they like your post, even if they're image posts and you're providing good information, education, entertainment, whatever you're posting on Instagram, your people are going to still be there. They're not going to just leave you because all of a sudden you're not doing videos.
Okay, but let's talk about this for a second, because one of my insecurities is that I'm funny to my friends and my family, but I'm not really funny like outwardly. So when I see all these great Instagram lives and reels and TikToks and all this funny stuff, they're dancing, they're singing, they're being silly, I think, I'm just not that silly. What do I do? But it's being proven over and over again on Instagram reels and in lives and in stories that just sharing information is connecting with people.
It is. And it's interesting. I follow a huge influencer in Instagram, and she had a poll on her stories the other day, and it said, do you come to Instagram to be educated or entertained? And so when I hit on the button, I said educated. 52% of the people were educated and 48% were entertained. And what the gentleman was meaning when he was sharing about the Instagram updates is that he just wants people to be reminded, I believe, that it is an entertainment. It is education. It's a free platform to get your business in front of people. Like, how cool is that?
I know. I don't know why more people don't use it. It's really, that's what I teach. Attraction marketing. I don't teach pay someone to market for you. I teach attraction marketing. Put yourself out there and they will come.
And videos, reels right now are it on Instagram. But if you're not comfortable with reels, doesn't mean you don't show up on Instagram. Do what you do, and then maybe challenge yourself. I'm challenging myself to learn more about Reels so that I can be comfortable, so that I can show people how to do Reels. So as an industry expert myself, I feel I need to learn how to do Reels so that I can show people. Now, should designers use Reels? Depends on what market depends on what their goal is. Like if you can use Reels, even doing short little Reels like picking out wallpaper, this or that, or something like that, that would be cute Reels. But does it mean that they shouldn't be on Instagram at all because they're not doing video? No. I still believe that they need to be on Instagram, and then find out which platform, because Instagram's so beautiful because they've got all the different sub-platforms within Instagram. They have the stories, the feed, the Reels, the IGTV. So there's lots of opportunities there, even if you're not comfortable doing video.
Okay, and I know we've talked about this before, but I think this would be a great topic for maybe next week or the week after. Talk about the different neighborhoods. Some coaches call them neighborhoods. Yes. Some strategists call it neighborhoods, right? So you have all the different neighborhoods. You have Reels, you have stories, you have the wall, you have lives, you have highlights, right? There's IGTV, right? So there's 6 neighborhoods.
Yep, and there's one other, and I'm drawing a blank on it. It's kind of where you can do like a brochure type thing. We haven't done that much just because, and I forget what it's called. Let me see if I can pull it up real.
Yeah, I don't think I really use that much, but we use on Instagram, we use the wall. I'm just starting to get into Reels, not really very good at it yet either. I've been trying to go live, and we're talking about new features where people can ask me questions and I'll answer them through my Instagram or my TikTok as a possibility, right? So just like you guys are always brainstorming, how can you use social media to get your message out there, to teach more people about what you do? We do the same here. Right? I want everyone to know that it's not like we wake up in the morning, and even as a strategist for social media and marketing, it's not like you wake up and go, this is the 100% guaranteed way you're going to blah, blah, blah. It's like, let's try this.
Right. And if anybody's telling you, if anyone's telling you this is the 100% guaranteed way, run the other way, because we test and we test and we test. And if you say, is this going to work? I'm going to say, I'm not for sure, but we sure can try. And then look at those numbers and see if they work. Or if you had a lot of fun doing them. So like if you do a reel and you had fun doing it and say your numbers weren't that great, we'll do another reel and do another one. And then take those numbers over long term, because it takes a while for people to find you. And
absolutely. And listen, this is so funny to me because my daughter is a travel blogger, and like she's becoming a travel influencer, and she's, if anyone cares, it's Law, L-A-W, of Wandering. But here's the thing. She posted a video of me climbing up that cliff at Acadia National Park. This is where I was the last couple of days. And I didn't die, thank God. But that, I think it's 10 seconds. It's a 10-second video on her TikTok. It's gone viral. It's 171,000 views. And her and I are sitting there going, what hashtags did you use that could be causing that? What happened that video went viral of my fat ass going up a cliff, right? That's how we joke about it here. Yet other videos that are so much better, quote unquote, didn't go viral, right? So we're always trying to figure out what's TikTok and Instagram doing with their algorithms. Guess what? You're not going to figure it out.
Nope.
Just keep posting. Posting.
That's what my number one question is. What time of the day should I post? You can look at the analytics and post then if you want, but I say post what works.
And I always say post when you're able to post. Right? I just go live and I post whenever I have the opportunity. That's the only way I stay consistent. I could not stay consistent, me personally, my personality, if I said post every day at 9:00. I can't do that.
Right. Yep. And so that's the consistency is the key. People want to work with people that they trust. And it takes 20 times of seeing you before they start to even trust.
Now that's an update, because I teach my clients 10 to 15 times before they purchase. If they even need you, takes that long. And now the latest statistics you're saying is takes up to 20 times for someone to really know that you know what you're talking about, which is why it's so important for you guys to be public as much as you can to attract more of your ideal client.
Right.
So the Instagram changes when they talked about videos king. We always knew that, and that stays the same. So in other words, ignore that change in the sense that We still want you to do video if you're able to, if you've gotten to that point. I teach a lot of people to get the guts to be the CEO of their own businesses and of their lives and take control and be able to do video. And those who I'm able to get the confidence to finally do it, businesses blow up. And I'll start giving more examples of that. What's the other changes? Something related.
Well, real quickly, we'll just talk about hashtags. So that's another question we get a lot, is that Instagram allows up to 30 hashtags. And before, we would encourage you to use as many as you could of those 30. But now they're saying that between 8 and 15 hashtags are the ideal. And actually, we had began experimenting with our clients within the last few months. We had switched from that 30 to the 8 to 15 just to see. And we were seeing that does work really well. And so of those 8 to 15, you want at least 4 to 5 to start working on your branded hashtags. I cannot believe how many people I audit that never hashtag their company name. And so, or hashtag themselves. So like for you, we always use hashtag business coach Nancy, because that is who you are. Sometimes I'll hashtag your whole name, but that's a hard last name to spell. So people aren't going to do that. And then I try to always hashtag your book.
Respond with confidence.
Boy, I'm having a hard time with my brain this morning.
That's all right. It's Monday. Everybody's having a hard time with their brain this morning.
Location. So if you are an interior designer, put where you're at. I cannot believe how many business, even their websites I'll go to, and it's like, where are they doing business at? Are they online? Are they in Ohio? Are they in Florida? Using those hashtags of the state or the communities that you're in can make a big difference.
Huge.
Yes. And then the other hashtags would be industry specific, niche specific, whatever the post is about. So if it's a post of you being at a lake having a picnic and you're an interior designer, you could use interior design, or you could use hashtag interior design inspiration, or CEO time off, those kind of different hashtags. So then,
yep. All right. Susan Grant is saying, is it called Carousel? It's 17.
No, it is actually where you can take, and it's kind of like a brochure. I cannot remember. I will find out, and I will make sure that we have it in the next upcoming.
What is Carousel?
Carousel is when we do the multiple images.
Oh, but that's in stories.
Right. And actually, if you keep chatting, I'm going to find someone that I know that has that other thing that I can't think of.
Okay. The other Instagram neighborhood. So, yeah. So I am really going to start leaning more and more towards, I'm always going to be here in my groups. I'm going live for my CEOs. I'm trying to make sure you guys can all be the CEOs of your life and of your business. That's what I do. But I'm also going to start going live more on Instagram and TikTok because it's another whole avenue for people to watch little shorter videos of me, and where I can teach people. I just want to teach, right? So, you can do carousel in the feed. Yes, Susan. Yeah. The minute I said it, I realized, no, that's not what I meant. You can. So you're just, carousel is when you just put multiple pictures, which I do all the time. I just never knew the name. So
right. And this one here, I'm drawing the official name of it, but where you have underneath your highlights, you'll have the picture of the feed, and then you'll have the IGTV, and then Reels, and then your saves. There's a picture of like a little brochure, and you can create these like brochure type, I'm sorry, drawing a blank on what that is officially called, but you can put together, like this gal here, she put 7 posts together in this little brochure. So you can kind of like categorize your post into this. And I really haven't looked much into it because I would say you probably are one of the few clients.
Oh, it's called Guide.
Guide, that's it.
Okay, you know what? I just hit the plus sign. And so the plus sign, when you hit it at the top next to your Instagram name, it says post, which would go to your wall, story highlight, IGTV, reel, live, or guide. So interesting, guide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Instagram actually has 7 neighborhoods, 7 ways you can put yourself out there. That I always called it 6, but I forgot about guide.
Right.
I don't think we've ever used it, have we?
Just in case someone else has something different on their Instagram, I do not have all that options. I have post, story, reels, and live.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's over a certain following, or maybe they've rolled it out.
The other day I couldn't even post the stories. So don't panic if people they're doing updates. So check tomorrow. It might be different.
Listen, and don't panic is actually a great piece of advice in general. So like the other day, even on my Pinterest, which is the #1 driver to my website, we were kicked off of Pinterest. They said for 10 minutes, they said it was going to be for days. And then I get an email 3 days later, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. But they did block me out. And I immediately went panic mode, and I'm like, don't panic, just wait.
Right. Yeah, I panicked yesterday. It was over the weekend and I could not post the stories. And it's like, oh my goodness. So then I went to your account and I could post to your stories and I could post to all my client stories, but I had no option to post the stories.
Computers are not perfect is the moral of that story.
Right. And my encouragement is right now is a downtime. I'm seeing it. Everybody's numbers are down. People are out enjoying life what they should be. But if they're in the car traveling, they might be scrolling through Facebook or they might be scrolling through Instagram. So if you can, I would still encourage you to stay consistent. Even if nobody's responding right now, it'll upturn. It's July. We're out enjoying life.
So do what you're doing. Keep posting. Keep active. Kind of ignore all the changes in the sense that consistency is always key. Video is better than stagnant photos if you're able to start doing them. But I like to set long-term goals along with my short-term goals, right? So long-term, I want to become more consistent on Reels and TikTok. However, I know that's going to take time. That's not going to be like overnight. I'm suddenly going to be, huge. Susan is saying creator account supposedly has more options. Yeah. And I don't know if I'm a creator account or not. I have started these things so long ago. I have to go back and look.
Right. You are a business account. And I had another client that asked me about going to creator account. Really the creator account, that's where they're saying that Instagram is focusing a little bit more on the creators. And that is for people that are influencers. So you would be kind of that in between that. The caveat with the creator account is if you use a third party to do any type of scheduling to your Instagram, they don't have the API set up. So that really at this time limits people that if they use someone else or even if they themselves schedule out their content, you cannot schedule out content
as a creator
through a third party. I'm pretty sure you probably could use the Facebook Creator Studio to do it. But at this time, I don't have any of my clients that are on the creator accounts.
Interesting. I got to check with my daughter to see if she's on the creator account or whether she's on a business account.
Right.
I don't know if she uses a third party.
Right. And they're saying that as far as reach goes, as far as objectives, analytics, they're both the same. And so it depends. I don't know if Creator has more options for enhancements for if you're doing videos or enhancements for like the actual features. I'm not for sure.
Okay. All right. So the moral of the story is keep creating content that shows your expertise. Put it out on your Instagram neighborhoods. You have 7 of them. Some people don't have access to all 7, but take a look at the plus sign on the top right of your Instagram name. See what you have as your neighborhoods where you can post and start getting familiar with how you can use each of those neighborhoods. And when it comes to hashtags, how many should they be using, or is there a should or just at
8
least?
to 15.
8 to
15, but brand yourself. I can't say that enough.
All right, so I want to add to my branding, my CEOs. Right?
Yes.
So, because these guys are my CEOs and I want to make sure everyone can be the CEO of their own life and their business. Make money, have fun, be happy, right? All the things that we all want. This is bringing it all together. So thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Anyone has questions about your social media, post it below. If you're watching on replay, put hashtag replay, ask a question. Kim and I will hop in and answer, and it'll give us topics for future Marketing Mondays. So I will see all you guys tomorrow for Money Talk Tuesday, and I'll see you next week, Kim.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Go have a great week. Bye.